Hey everyone, this is Jessica Lynn of Jessica Lynn Original, and today we are going to make a card inspired by one of my favorite vintage rides at Disney World, Florida in EPCOT. Now I am going to start by using a cat scrappiness stamp set, and it's called Punny Snacks. And what we're going to do is I am going to first build a complete background. Now what I decided to do was just take a bunch of different shapes out of her selection here, and so you can see I used like a couple of donuts, and I used some french fries and some milkshakes, or maybe they're sodas, depends on how you color them, mustard or ketchup jars, and some tacos. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start stamping them all over the page. Now I did make this page that I'm working on right now just a little larger than the card that I'm going to be using as the finished product, because I want to be able to cut it out and then have all the edges go right up flush and have a couple of things just sort of fall off. So I'm going to go ahead, let me stamp this all up, and again, all of these stamps that you're going to see right now that I'm building this background are all from the Cat Scrappiness collection. And I'll put the link down below if you're interested in taking a look at it, and I absolutely love it. I think it's such a cute little stamp set. It really inspired me, and all I can say is, maybe as a hint, is that food rocks. And then I'm just going to continue sort of filling this page full of stamps until you've got the completed image with little happy faces on all of the food. And then I decided to color it in using a mixture of glitter pens, which are extremely affordable. And if you like to do, like, I know there's like the adult coloring books where you can color in much more detailed imagery, they're the same ones and they color so beautiful. And then I'm using Copic markers. I thought it would be a really nice contrast of a sparkle and a matte finish. So I'm going to go ahead and color this in, and we've still got a couple more steps to put this adorable card together. And we're going to go ahead and continue until the entire card is colored. Once we're all ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and just add a couple more shadows to it, and I'm using a W3. I'm just going to add a couple more shadows on the little milk cups, or soda cups, or whatever they are. They're really cute. And I'm just going to put some shadows on the tacos just to add a little more depth to them, because I thought when I did that it just made them look like they popped off the page a little bit more, so I really liked that. I thought that was nice. The fries, I just put a small shadow down at the bottom so the fries looked three-dimensional versus the little holder. So once we did that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm actually going to put it on the piece of paper, on my actual cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of my glue. So let me go ahead and put my Tombow on there. And then just as a reminder, I made it a little larger than the size of the card so I can trim it down and make sure that the edges are nice and flush, and then it looks like a couple of the items are sort of just falling off the page, kind of like wallpaper. Once I had the background all ready to go, just make sure I sign my card. I absolutely love to do that, and I encourage you to do it as well. I decided to add a little purple to this donut. Side note, you can layer glitter pens in case you didn't know that. Now, after I was done, I decided to draw up the little milk jug or milk carton from the EPCOT attraction Food Rocks. A couple of weeks ago, I found an old image of it and I posted it up on Instagram, and I had a whole bunch of people go, "Oh, I remember that show," and we started talking about it, and I thought, you know what, I really want to make a card with him on it. And I kid you not, I ended up getting the Cat Scrappiness stamp set, and I just sort of felt like everything just sort of fell into place. So I drew him up, I cleaned him up, I scanned him in, and turned him into my own personal digi. It's not something that I offer for purchase or anything. It was truly just drawn for this one-off card. I'm going to go ahead and color him in using the glitter pens just like I did for the background, and I think he looks so adorable. And I ended up going out on YouTube while I was coloring this in, and I actually watched the entire show, and I forgot how goofy and silly and fun it really was. And more than anything, what I love about EPCOT is that they've tried to kind of maintain that city of the future, teaching and educating, and I'm a huge fan of that. Anytime you can learn, you know, learn from your mistakes, learn from your positive or negatives, it's a good thing. You know, you're supposed to go and make mistakes because that's how you learn. And with this, I just remember as a kid thinking, oh, you know, it's so cute. Or I remember there's even times when I've seen my kids make bad food choices that I kind of joke with them that, you know, it'll become a part of you. And then all of a sudden I just sort of laugh because it's just sort of become culture in my life that I reference this vintage, now extinct attraction from EPCOT. So I'm going to go ahead and color him in, and once we're done, we'll go ahead and assemble the card. I always thought that was funny. He had like little brown eyebrows, almost like it was supposed to look like hair, perhaps. Alright, so let's go ahead and go back to the card we made originally. And what we're going to do is we are going to take this image, and I decided that we are going to go ahead and put it on a piece of black paper. I always think matting it sometimes just sort of makes it stand out, and there's a lot of color going on this card, so I needed something to kind of pull that front image away from the beautiful background that I built. And so by putting it on the black paper, it really kind of makes it stand out on its own. Once I have it all cut, I'm going to just add really narrow, maybe a 1/16 of an inch. And then what I'll do is I'll cut out the rounded edges, because I really like having it matching rounded edges. I think that looks really great. I added some foam risers to the back, and then what we're going to do is put this down on the bottom right hand side. And it's a bummer because it's kind of big, so it covers up a lot of the work that I did on the background. But I think it looks great. I love it. I know how much detail went into this card. I absolutely think it's too much fun. I think seeing all the food on there and thinking about my old 80s attraction just kind of makes me smile. And I promise you, if you remember this attraction, you'll probably go out and search it out on YouTube and go watch it right away. Well, I wanted to take a moment and just say thank you so much for watching the video today. Again, my name is Jessica Lynn, and I'm the owner of Jessica Lynn Original. I do original arts, rubber stamps, and so much more. I've recently taken on a design team position, which I absolutely am so excited about, to kind of step out of my box. But if you like this video, please subscribe, comment below. I look forward to seeing you again soon.